Pachta-Reyhofen, the floor is yours.
Ja, vielen Dank.
Thank you very much. Also, welcome to our annual press conference on behalf of the Executive Board. 2009 was a difficult year for the investment goods industry, but 2010, MAN could regain its old strength. We can present a lot of successes today, and we will show you that we are very competent and that we are competitive in all the markets. Before I will cover all the figures and before I will present some strategical issues, I would like to actually make a review of 2010. What were the highlights in 2010? It all began very positively. In January, we received large orders, 4,000 school buses for Brazil, 600 buses for Deutsche Bahn. Here you see just some examples, and 350 buses for the transportation companies in Paris. And in the same month, we received an order worth 300 million euros for diesel turbo for 6 power plants in Brazil. And then the merger of MAN Diesel and Turbo, it was completed at the end of March. And in the past business year, this company actually could register revenues worth 3.8 billion. Mr. Lutz will come back to the figures. We also have a new engine development center in Nuremberg. It was inaugurated in the first quarter, 16 fully automated test benches and exhaust transmissions will be measured dynamically, also in Nuremberg now. And the new MAN assembly line was also inaugurated, the assembly line for the heavy series, and MAN original vehicles will now be assembled in Brazil and will be sold in the Brazilian market. The first MAN hybrid bus was supplied to the Munich transportation companies, and 11 further transportation companies have already sent some orders for hybrid city buses. The MAN activities were pooled in the bus market in Mexico. I'm talking about the company in the town of Querétaro. That's to say, we have pooled all activities in Mexico at one site, and we will assemble trucks and buses. We also received a very large order for 405 transmissions for the Puma program of the Federal Army in Germany. The transmissions are high-tech transmissions, and this order was received by Renk, as I've already said. We also received another major order in a business field which we will focus on in the future. It is about 3,200 engines for Bahn, Deutsche Bahn. The external engine business has been separated from our other segments. And they received a large order for 1,700 trucks for Russia, for a logistic company. And this logistic company supplies the largest food chain in Russia. And we were also present at the IAA and also at the SMM. And Diesel and Turbo was represented there. And it was a very successful trade fair for us. Both trade fairs were very successful. And we also presented the concept S. This is a truck of the future. And this shows you that it is possible to make a big leap regarding the reduction of CO2 emissions, and we deviate the air resistance, and the precondition is that the length-related regulations can be changed. Diesel and Turbo received an order for the first subsea compressor, the first worldwide actually, subsea compressors for gas production on the seafloor. That's to say, the gas is not only produced from the platform, but deep down in the sea. And this is a worldwide premiere, and we are very happy about this profitable order. Now the figures. MAN left the crisis stronger than before. I've already mentioned it. Our order intake actually increased by 15.1 billion as compared to the previous year. It is an increase of 53%. And of course, revenues are always a little bit lagging behind, but they also increased by 22% to 14.7 billion. Compared to 12 billion in the previous year. Operative result is more than 1 billion, 1.035 after 504 million in the previous year. This was more than we had expected, We had a lower figure in our plan, but particularly the fourth quarter, the last quarter, showed that this market is very dynamic, and I can already tell you that the first quarter of 2011 has also been very successful. The return on sales is 7.1% compared to 4.2% in the previous year, and ROCE is 17.4% as compared to 8.8%. Free cash flow, 1.1 billion euros. This means that the net indebtedness could be reduced to below 1.8 billion euros. Now, earnings after taxes, 722 million euros, and previous year we registered a loss of 258 due to special effects. Now, the earnings per share of the continued operations is 5.3 euros per share, and without the results from special events, it will be 3.38 euros. Now, the business development. I would like to ask our CFO, Mr. Lutz, to take the floor, and I will come back to you when